Hi, I'm Colin and welcome back to Life as It Should Be. Today we're making some amazing appetizers. They're all easy to make. The great thing about them, they can be made in advance, which allows you to be glued to the dining room table and not chained to the kitchen stove. You're gonna love this recipe, my spiced nuts. It's spicy, tasty, delicious, and takes 5 minutes to prepare. Starting with a pound of raw nuts, a bit of olive oil, some salt. We've got coriander, cumin, curry, and garam masala. I'm gonna toast our nuts together, and then I'm gonna dry them, let them seal, and I'm gonna keep them in the sealed container. They'll last up to a week. I really don't need a lot of oil here. I just want to put enough oil to make sure that the spices and the salt will stick to the nuts. So you can see there's about a tablespoon of oil in there in total. So adding our nuts to this. I'm just gonna flick this a few times to get them lightly coated with the oil. This is a great way when you're sauteing. If you'd like to practice how to do this, put some rice in a Ziploc bag and you can learn how to get this to go this way. Okay, now we're taking about a half a teaspoon of coriander. Okay, now I'm going to put a half a teaspoon of cumin, which gives us this nice, strong, nutty flavor. There we go. And to that, we're going to add some curry powder. Oh, this smells amazing. It's a medium to hot curry powder. And finally, I'm going to add some garam masala. Garam masala is a lovely blend, a masala of all different types of herbs. There's cumin in here as well. There's also some cinnamon. And finally, a good generous amount of salt. I love this rock salt. And you find out the almonds are starting to get brown underneath. Watch there. And I want them to get a little brown, and then we'll be ready to go. Look how beautiful those nuts look. Don't my nuts look good? Now I'm just going to let them sit quietly for about 2 to 3 minutes. It'll get nice and dark on the side. I'll toss them a few more times, and my nuts will be ready to go or grow. So having a look here, the color is perfect. I've got a gorgeous golden brown. I'll get the nuts out here, let them cool. I'm putting them on the paper towel because I want to remove the excess fat. I'm big on flavor, but I'm very low on fat. Colin Cowie's spiced nuts. One sure, quick, easy appetizer. This next recipe is super easy, super cool, and like really colorful as well. I'm gonna stuff, wonderful, these are beautiful marinated olives. And stuff the olives with a goat cheese mixture, and the same with the cherry tomatoes, giving this gorgeous red and green mix down the center of our little olive server. For the stuffing, I'm gonna work with goat cheese, Dijon mustard, and some chives, a bit of salt and pepper to flavoring. I'm gonna put that in my piping bag, and then we'll pipe this directly into the olives and into the tomatoes. Cheese right into here. You'll see it's nice and soft, so it's easy to work with. A nice big teaspoon of mustard. I like Dijon mustard because it's got a bit of oomph and spice in it. And of course, we'll handle about a tablespoon of chives. This is very easy to do. The key is making sure that your goat cheese is at room temperature. Let's get all those ingredients combined. And what I want to do is I want to get it right down in the well. Now what I want to do is get this ready. So I'm going to squeeze it till it just starts to come out the bottom. There we go. Now what we need to do is to prepare the tomatoes. Just cut off the top. Just use your melon baller. Look how easy that is. Make sure the melon baller is nice and sharp. The other thing you might want to consider doing, you might want to just loosen the inside with a knife first, and that way it'll be much easier. There we go with the scoop. Look at that. But here's the fun part. This is where we get to put it all together. I love the idea of these goat cheese and chive-filled olives. I just want a little bit of chives on top here. Stuffed cherry tomatoes and stuffed green olives. Less than 5 ingredients and you have a really beautiful, tasty appetizer, and it took all of 5 minutes to make. This next appetizer is real and fun and easy to make. You've usually seen this on recipes and on menus in the summertime, but instead of serving it as a salad, today I'm going to serve it as a little kebab, which is great for an appetizer. Amazing ingredients, 3 ingredients max. It's watermelon, feta cheese, and your choice of either basil or mint. I'm going to show it to you both ways. Let's start with a nice ripe watermelon, and I love the colors of this. I'm going to start off by cutting this in half. For this dish, I like the idea of using almost the seedless watermelon. I'm going to cut this into 1-inch cubes. I'll do exactly the same thing with the feta cheese. You always want to use feta cheese that comes in water. That's always the best quality. I like Greek feta. For me, I'm a terrible snob when it comes to ingredients. I like to take the world's best ingredients and do as little to them as possible, as you're about to witness. So that was it, folks. 5 minutes to prepare these ingredients. I'm going to hand tear the basil. If you want something more aromatic, definitely go for the basil. Something cleaner and fresher, you might want to opt for the mint. And there we go. The watermelon goes first, then a piece of basil, and you follow with a piece of feta cheese. And voila, there's my dish. Look how easy that was. The ultimate crowd pleaser at any cocktail party, for me personally, is a poached shrimp. Nothing better than a good, delicious, sexy, juicy poached shrimp. Alternatively, there's nothing worse than one of those limp shrimps that come from the freezer directly to the table. You bite into it, it's soft, floury, and glossy. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the best shrimp cocktail. So I've got some water boiling. To add some flavor to my water, I'm going to put in a lemon, some bay leaves, some celery sticks, and a good tablespoon of salt. Okay, so I'm going to add my lemon and just give it a good squeeze when I put it in. And the same thing there. Celery sticks, a couple of bay leaves, a good big tablespoon of salt. Now the rule of thumb when you cook fish is you cook fish for 10 minutes for every inch of thickness of your fish. So this is like just less than a half an inch. So I'm going to cook these for about 3 to 4 minutes. And I'm going to take them from the boiling water. I'm going to plunge them into this ice bath. And doing so, what it's going to do, it's going to stop the cooking process immediately so they don't overcook and allow me to have a beautiful, firm shrimp. And then we'll make a great cocktail sauce in less than a minute. Now I'm going to stop the shrimp from cooking immediately. I'm going to put them into this ice-cold plunge bath. Voila. To make the cocktail sauce, I'm going to use equal parts of mayonnaise to ketchup. It's about 4 tablespoons there. And the same thing here. I like to add to that like a half a chopped shallot, give it an edge, a little bit of cognac, and then to give it some fire and some spice, some horseradish. I like it kind of spicy. And always judge this by the color as well. Let's see if we are loving this. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. That's about as good as it gets. And now I'm going to make a spectacular presentation. I'm going to take the shrimp, I'm going to hang them on the edge of the bowl, and I want my bowl to stay really cold. I'm going to keep it nice and cold and fresh. I'm going to add some crushed ice. And in the middle, we're going to make a little well and pop our cocktail sauce in there. The ultimate shrimp cocktail. And there you have it. 4 show-stopping, delicious appetizers anyone can make at home. We have lovely toasted nuts, beautiful fresh poached shrimp and cocktail sauce, stuffed tomatoes and olives, kebabs of watermelon, mint and feta cheese. I'm Colin COWIE'S. Join us next week for more of Life as It Should Be. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you don't mind,